Hey everyone, happy Monday. It's Laura Milligan. This is my normal day that I go live, 1 p.m. on Monday afternoons, and I'm glad you're here joining me today. I hope you caught all the lives that I did last week. I went live every single day, which was really fun. This week I will be sharing a card with you today, and then I'll come back on Thursday afternoon to do my Facebook Live take two, and I'll show you another card idea using the same stamps that I'm going to show you today. So I hope y'all had a great weekend. If you're a mom, I hope you were spoiled. If you are there, please give me a shout out, say hello so that I know that I've connected this all right and that I'm in the right place. Looks like it's trying to connect to Facebook. I think my screen is freezing up. Let's just give it a second here. Okay, we may have, there we go. Okay. Hi ladies, thank you for joining me. I do see some people joining in. I apologize if there's a connection difficulty, but I'm gonna just go ahead. Thank you for being here today. And let me go ahead and change my view down. So last week, like I said, I did a Facebook Live every day, and this was the last card that I made on Friday. It features the this beautiful card. It was the Nature's Prints and the Sun Print designer paper, the new fern embossing folder, a lot of new product on this card. So I drew a winner based on the comments that I received, and this card is going to Jeannie Rao. So Jeannie, I have your address. This will go to you. It will be on its way to you today. So I'm going to set that aside. Okay, hi Kathy, hi Mary, hi Sarah, Cheryl, hi everybody that's tuning in. Thank you so much. So I want to just briefly talk today about my class to go. I mentioned it last week. Registration is now open and it closes a week from today. So you just have a week to register. This is a great stamp set and actually bundle for masculine cards. So let me just show you the bundle. This is the stamp set and of course the dies. One of the things I love about this set of dies are the label shapes. I think these are really good. I also love this little arrow, particularly like these labels because of course you can use them to coordinate with the images in this stamp set, but for so many other stamped images you may have. So included in the class is a full pack of the He's the Man designer series paper. And one thing that's neat about this set is I feel like it hits on several different masculine themes. There's cars, there is like camping, there's barbecue, and then there's just the manly, the shoes and the ties and the bow ties and sunglasses, mustache is just really fun. And then the other side are just these patterns, plaids and stripes and checks. So you will get a whole pack of this paper, but the best part about this designer paper are the die cuts. And you get 2 sheets of these. I have a sampling here that I'm going to show you. I'll just pull some of these out. You get 2 full sheets of all kinds of different die cuts. And these are just a couple that I just punched out real quick. They're already die cut. You just punch them out. Like, look at the cute little van. These. Lots of cute little parts and pieces. So that, you will get that in your class. The class is $40, and that's the basic class fee. It includes a full pack of this designer series paper, a full pack of the rustic metallic adhesive back dots. These are all brand new products, and the paper, I should say, is 12 by 12. I've just cut it smaller today. It's actually, I'm working on my paper share, and so I just pulled this out. And then you also get a full bolt of linen thread. In addition to that, you will get kits to make 6 cards, and I have them all right here. I design these every month with my friend Sherry Roth from Canada. She's my Canadian demonstrator friend, and we come up with these classes. We each do 6 different cards. This is one of the cards. This is a faux sidestep card, and I wanted to show you this because I love this die cut old-fashioned car. This card, this layout looks really difficult. I was always intimidated when I saw this, and I thought, I'm never going to make one of those. It's way too involved. I just don't want to do that. But I found out the way to do the faux card, and I will say it is super, super simple and just really, really cute. And then there are 5 other card designs. So you get 6 different kits to make one of each of these cards. And we always include a PDF tutorial, and the PDF includes all the supplies used in the class, photos of each of the cards, and a video linking you to us walking you through how to assemble the card, so you can stamp right along with us. And then, of course, all the measurements for the cards in case you would like to make more. Now, you will need to supply a few things, your clear blocks, of course, and then a couple inks, the crushed curry, Sahara sand, early espresso, and Cajun craze, and then tuxedo black ink. You can add these on as part of your class fee. I offer these at catalog price. It saves you a little bit of money. Or you can use something that is close to this in color. Just use what you have. We also used a couple Stampin' blends. Daffodil Delight, this is Smoky Slate, and Soft Succulent. So those are the blends that we used. You can also add those on as part of your fee. And then, of course, you can add on this bundle. You do need the bundle to complete the projects. And I offer you that at catalog price as well. So that is a savings to you. This class, I will say, I saw a catalog walkthrough that Sarah Douglas did. She is our CEO, adorable young woman. And this was one of the things she picked out as a bundle not to be missed. She had highlighted several things, I don't know, a handful of things throughout her copy of the catalog. And this was one of the sets bundles that she said do not miss because it's very versatile and so cool. So I hope that you will register for this. I will attach a link when I'm done here. You can go up above this Facebook Live when I'm finished, and there'll be a link. You can click on that to register, and I hope you will join us in that really fun class. All right, so today I am switching gears. I have another new stamp set that I'm showcasing. And you know what? Renee, I need your help. Luckily, Renee is here today. I need the sample of this card, the panda card. I'm sorry, the raccoon card. So this is a new stamp set called Wild and Sweet. And thank you. Everybody needs a friend like Renee and Sandra. Those two, like I always say, they make me look good. They always come to my rescue. So thank you, Renee. I will say that I got a lot of orders last week, of course, because of the new catalog release. And this one, over and over again, people were purchasing this. And I feel like the images are so sweet, and I just love these. This also is something that would be great for masculine cards, but really for anybody. I would love to get a card with this cute little raccoon on it, or the koala bear. So I want to show you, this is kind of a quick, simple card. And I'm just going to walk you through how I did this. And I'm going to start, so let me show you the card. So it's super, super simple, and it opens like this. So it's a little bit of a unique fold, but really easy to do. So let's see, I'm going to just put that right there for now. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. I'm going to take our Stampin' trimmer, and I'm going to cut my card the long way. So you know, with our Stampin' trimmer, we have 2 different blades. The dark gray blade is your cutting blade, and the lighter gray blade is your scoring blade. I'm going to be using both of them today. But first I'm going to start with the cutting blade. And this is just a basic 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. And I am cutting it in half at 4 1/4. Go ahead and do that. So now I actually have 2. These would be 2 card bases. I'm obviously just going to use one right now. But you would be able to make two of these cards. All right, so now what I'm going to do is line this up at 1 inch and take the lighter gray blade and score. Then I'm going to slide this down and score at 5.5, and that is just the halfway point of this 11-inch length. All right, so I'm going to put my trimmer away. Love our Stampin' trimmer. Very easy to use, and okay. So now for my layout for this card, I'm just going to fold it in half. Let me grab my bone folder, and I'll give it a nice crisp fold. And then this little 1-inch panel, I'm actually going to fold back like that. Okay. Now I am going to take a little piece of designer paper. And this actually is from that He's the Man. There you can see the campers and things. That's going to fit right here along this edge. So let me get my adhesive. I'm going to poke this with my pen before I start because I haven't used this for a couple days. So I'm going to just go ahead. This is going to go right on this edge. Just flush with this edge here. How's the weather where you all are today? It is a gorgeous day here in Canton. I hope to get out this afternoon and do a little bit of gardening. All right. I'm going to leave that like that for now, and we will finish it up, but I wanted to do this stamping. So I am going to take the raccoon, and what I decided to do is I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus. And, you know, I get a lot of questions from people that have purchased the Stamparatus and with different ways to use it. And I wanted to show this is just a kind of a simple, basic way to use it. So let me tell you about the Stamparatus. It comes with 2 of these magnets. They are super, super strong, and they're called earth magnets. I only use 1. I never use 2 together because they are so strong. Oftentimes they will pull towards each other, and then it's almost impossible to get them apart. So I just use 1. There's a place on the bottom here where you can store the blades. I don't know where my other one is. It's probably on another one of my Stamparatuses, but I'm just going to use 1 blade or 1 magnet. And what I'm going to do, because this image, it's so detailed, but it's very fine detail, and I wanted to make sure that I got a really good impression as I was stamping this. So what I'm going to do, this is a scrap paper. It actually happens to be what I'm going to use for my card too, but I just had an extra one, so I'm using that. But normally when I would be setting this up, I would use any piece of scrap paper that I could find. It doesn't really even matter what size it is. And I like to center this in the middle of my Stamparatus. And I'm just going to position, I'm just sort of eyeballing where I want my raccoon to be, and I'm hoping that I'm getting it straight. That looks pretty good. And I'm going to just take my magnet and put it right up there. That'll hold this piece in place. Then what I'm going to do is go down and with my plate and just pick up the stamped image. This actually has a little bit of ink on it, so I can already tell that it looks pretty good. So then I'm going to just use this piece. Normally what I would do is I would set it up, I would test it. I'm going to take a chance today, hoping that I got the right image, and if not, I have another piece here. But I'm going to go ahead and ink this up, and I'm purposefully going to do it a little light because I want to show you the beauty of the Stamparatus. So I'm going to give this a firm press, and you can see it's a pretty good image, but I want to make it a little bit darker. So I'm going to take, you know what, and I'm going to show you a little tip. I like to put the case under this plate because then it's flat and it's easier to ink up. And I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to give it a pretty firm push. Okay. And I'm going to stamp again. And because the Stamparatus allows for perfect placement, it's going to be stamped in the same place. And look how much better that looks. It's much bolder, a much bolder image. So I will go ahead and use that on my card. Isn't that cute? And you can see the difference. This one is fine, but look how much more detail you can see, and it really makes his mask show up. So I'm going to go ahead and use that for my card. So I will set this aside. And so now, of course, the beauty of this is I can put another piece of cardstock here and do the same thing again. So that if I'm making several of these cards, you know, I had the base for 2 cards. So, oh, and I don't know. Well, okay. I probably didn't have that paper right where I wanted it. So there you have that. And so then I would do the same thing again. Get it inked up really nice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my, well, you know what, before I do that, I need to do another stamp. Let's see. I have a piece here somewhere. Let me see, what did I do with it? This is for my words. Let me look. Just give me a second here because I know I have it. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to pull it from my drawer. Sometimes when I'm doing these, things get buried alive. And it may be right in front of me. And here it is. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to use, this set doesn't come with any words, as you see. And so I am going to use, this is a brand new house set. So cute. It's these dogs and cats sitting in overstuffed chairs. And I'm going to use the Hi Friend. I just thought that was cute with this. So here it is. I'm using the Memento ink. And this strip obviously is way too big, but this is actually left over from when I'm cutting cardstock. Okay, and that's, let me try this again. And I'm a crooked stamper today. What can I say? Maybe 3rd time's a charm. Okay, that's better. All right, so I'm going to take my paper snips and just trim close to this, like that. Try to get it even on both sides. Guess I need to trim this part a little bit, like that. This card is so simple. This would be something that you could really mass produce with very little effort, especially if you use your Stamparatus. All right, so now we're going to put this card together. So I'm going to start with my soft succulent panel, and that will be positioned right here on just on this little flap. Now you want to be careful because you don't want to put adhesive on this left edge, because then it'll, well, I mean, you could, but if you want your card to look like mine, it won't be open. It won't open. It will be stuck flat to your card front. So then this cute little raccoon is going to be layered on top. This piece we're going to attach the whole way. And I've got it upside down, but that's okay because this is square. A square on a square. Okay, so there we have that. And then I'm going to put adhesive just on this edge here. And I've centered it on the flap. No adhesive on this side. We don't want the flap to, we don't want this front panel to be stuck down. Okay, so I'm going to do it like that. I'm just going to give this a second to hold. I agree, Wendy. I don't know. I love the Stamparatus and how it makes just, there's a lot of things you can do with it, but I think this is a really good basic way to use it. Okay, now I'm going to take this panel, and this is where you could put your inside greeting and whatever else you'd like to add. And it's just going to go right below this panel. I'm just centering it from top to bottom. We'll go ahead and do that. And I will be back on Thursday with another card using this Wild and Sweet stamp set. I just think it's so cute. Okay, so there we have that. I'm going to give that a hold. And then the only other thing I need to do is add my words. And this I did pop up a little bit with some dimensionals. So let me get my dimensionals here. And I grabbed the mini ones, and so I'm just going to use those. Like that. And I kept this really simple. That's all I did for this card. I thought about adding maybe some linen thread or some dots or something. Let me show you this. Here's the stamp set in the catalog. It's called Wild and Sweet. It's on page 87. It's just these 3 animal images. But I wanted to show you this. So this card is where I got the at least the color combination for this card. I did add the soft succulent, but I really liked that gray with the early espresso. And I noticed that they use some of these dots, which I happen to have here because they're part of our He's the Man class. So I'm going to add, just for fun, I am going to just add a little bit of an embellishment. I thought it was fine without, but you know I love my embellishments. I think all of you do as well. It just is a way to kind of finish up the card. Okay, so there we have our card. I don't know, what do you all think? Do you like it with or without the embellishments? I'm going to guess that most of you will say you like it with the embellishments, but there is the card, and I have one other thing I want to show you today. So if you leave a comment and either now if you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, I always do a random drawing, and anyone that comments or shares my Facebook Live, they'll be entered into this random drawing to get this card. So I will announce the winner on Thursday of this particular project. So be sure to tune in to see if you're a winner. Now I have another something that I want to show you. Stampin' Up! Introduced some new products last week, and they are available to demonstrators and customers as well. And I had to buy this because I thought it was so beautiful. This is a thermal cup, and it's in, look at this, it's in our new Orchid Opulence color, and I just thought this was so pretty, and I love cups like this. I'm trying to drink more water. How about all of you? I think a lot of us need to drink more water. But I just thought this was so pretty, and this is available for purchase. It is on our... you can find it in my online store, and I just thought this was fun, so I wanted to share it with you today. Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and switch back up, and that is all I have for you today. This was kind of a short Facebook Live, but I appreciate you joining me. I'm going to hold up my card here again so you can see. And it is a really fun, I thought this was a kind of unique, different fold, which of course we're all looking for. Super simple card. You can mass produce this really without much effort at all. Just cut your paper, do your stamping, put it together, and you're done. So I will be back on Thursday with another project featuring the Wild and Sweet stamp set, and I look forward to seeing you then. Don't forget about registration for my He's the Man class. It's a really good class. I know you will love the projects. For those masculine needs, we all need those cards in our lives at some time or another. So I hope you'll consider registering for that. I'd be very grateful if you do. And so I will look forward to seeing you on Thursday, I'm sorry. And until then, I hope you have time to be creative today. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.